Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports. A pleasure it is to have you here live at a charge for the Winston Throwback Series. The ARCA cars are ready, and they are lining up, getting ready to grid here. I am joined in the broadcast booth today by a special guest, Mr. Nathan Bogert. Mr. Nathan, how are you doing today, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Oh, you know, fantastic, fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. I'm excited because the AMR Michigan 200 is about to begin here with the Winston Throwback Series. They've got a ton of speed out of this legacy track that they're running, and we're going to see exactly what they're going to be able to do for 100 laps. The starting grid for you, Brian Farrington's going to be your pole sitter here. Kevin Savoy's going to be the outside pole sitter there. And row that 99 has been fast. Last week he was fast. This week he's going to be back up there again. Jesse Buttle in the 17 is going to have Ryan Johnson to the outside. Joshua Brock, the number 1, is going to have Rich Holland there with him as well. So the first 3 rows are set up to be that way. William Kern, the number 43, is going to make up the inside of row number 4 with Mike Strickland, the striker man himself, is going to be out there on the outside in that 8th position. Brian Rayburn and Joseph Grijalva is going to be there in row number 5. John Hammond and Bill Hales there in row number 6. Moving on down the starting grid, Donnell Williams, Michael Coulter Jr., Bob Garofalo, Devin Galvin. That'll make up row number 8. Anthony Crownover, Skylar Sheridan's going to be there as well. Evan Burke and Bob Gray. Charles Garrett, Dave Stinson, Ron Reynolds, and Amar's going to be out there running the numbers for us as race control. Much love and appreciation to him being out there. Andrew Tenold and Nathan Ostrowski is going to be there as well. That'll make up the tail end of the field. Brandon, we were talking about his name just a little bit ago, and Mashewski is going to be there, and Van Scoik, of course, Goat Racing, the man himself, is going to be bringing up that 26th spot as well. So that is going to be your starting grid, and much love to the chats out there. Al Reed, what are you doing? All right. That's exactly right. Thank you to everybody out there on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. YouTube, you guys are blowing it up out there. Keep the chats rolling. Burnt Rubber Media out there in our chats on Twitch. Says one of his good friends is racing in the league in here, and he's excited to see. Well, absolutely amazing. AMR PaintWorks is going to be your title sponsor today. And much love to him. I've got some links I'm going to throw in, some Discord information I'm going to throw up in the chats for you to be able to get a hold of him. He's done quite a few of these paint schemes and is pretty awesome at it. And I'm pretty happy to see. So we'll throw his Trading Paints link. You can get a hold of him out there, have some fun with him, and make sure that you enjoy those. Pace car is going to dive off, and for 100 laps we're going to go green. And Nathan, send him off, brother.
Here we go. The green flag is waving. Taking off at this fast Michigan track.
200 miles an hour, side by side, is what they're going to be able to run here. Multi-group track, even for a legacy track. And some of these cars are going to be able to run full throttle, but we're going to have a quick caution very early here. And we will see what happened when it came to it. Looks like Devin Galvin involved, looking for Coulter Jr. to have a strong race. Big Zerk out there in the chats. That's your coming up very soon. Oh, man. What in the world?
Looked like he might have had some help.
I'm going to go back to him here real quick. Here's the number 3. It looks like Andrew Tenold had an issue. Devin Galvin was involved. Number 45 here. Let's take a look here. Oh, he had gotten to the wall a little bit there. They do have a fast repair, and then kind of everybody went around. I wonder, let's just back it up. SDK had an issue there where it didn't want to click into the link there. So it looked like he went up into the wall right there. And 21... nowhere to go because the wall slowed the 45 down, and then we had Andrew Tenold having an issue there. So fast repair is going to be used a little bit early. Brian Farrington, still your race leader here for the number 20. He's going to be catching back up with the pace truck, and they're going to be pacing around here. Long pace laps for them because this is a big old 2-mile track. Let's take a look at the race information right there on your screen. MCI Graphics and PaintWorks involved in this series. Butt Kicker as well. make sure you get yourself over to thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code THROWBACK for 25% off your order. Michigan Speedway, 2 miles in a length, track temperature 117 degrees. That is blistering hot. Absolutely just can you... 117 degrees. Could you imagine what the temperature would be in the car if they were racing absolutely in these cars? That would just, I mean, we're talking upwards of 145, 150 degrees inside those cars. Plus they have fire suits on and all kinds of stuff. 80 degrees on the air temperature, 65% humidity means it's going to be sticky for the tires, so it's going to make it very slick. Partly cloudy skies will play a factor into the corners. When the cloud cover comes over, it's going to cool down the track into that corner. Might make it stick a little bit different depending on where they're going to be running. 7-mile-an-hour wind's going to play a big factor on the front stretch, and the back stretch will shove those cars around, especially when they get into the draft. It is absolutely amazing. Team Monte Carlo, Butt Kicker, MCI Graphics, and of course AMR PaintWorks, your sponsors for the Winston Throwback Series every Wednesday night right here on Signature Esports. And now Nathan is going to be he's basically shadowing me today, folks, and that is kind of what he does. It is way too hot, and that's what is it Celsius for you? It'd be like 90 Celsius for you there or something like that, Al. I think that's what it is. I can't remember. I know like 55 Celsius is like 80, 85. I don't remember the conversions. Al, good to see you over there in Leitrim, Ireland. That's our Irish neighbors. 47.5. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's way too hot. Nathan joining me. He's going to be part of Gem City Racing Network very soon. You're going to be able to catch him live on his channel. He's going to have a Twitch and a YouTube channel up, and he's going to start broadcasting with Anthony Zirkle. He jumped in the broadcast booth with me as part of my mentorship program that we somewhat have over here at Signature Esports. So any way that I can show him how things work, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Nathan, tell us, folks, a little bit about what you guys are wanting to do here, and what you take from iRacing other than getting in the simulator yourself and driving.
So yeah, myself and Anthony Zirkle, as you said, we're looking to start broadcasting Thursday nights for the BNR Xfinity Series. We previously drove in that series. We drive in a couple other leagues, and just kind of watch and broadcast something that we really thought we wanted to do. So, and then driving and iRacing, I've never had so much fun racing in a game. It's like you're really driving the car. So just something we're both very passionate about, and just kind of want to try to put on a show and learn and go from there.
Single file restarts here for the Winston Throwback Series, Gem City Racing Network. You can find their Twitch channel already, so go out there, twitch.tv, Gem City Racing Network, or type in Gem City Racing Network in your Twitch toolbar. Be absolutely fantastic if you do that. Give them a follow. Get them up to 100 followers before they even start broadcasting. That's what I want from you. Farrington gets the green. He's going to go. And now that single file restart from way back in the day is going to have Legacy Michigan hot and heavy. 20, 99, 17, 36 in the 1. They're rolling. And now they are really kicking butt. Al, good to see you. Ooh, a little free for the 20 there, and there to the inside. Bundle's going to make a move. What does it take to make a pass here? Well, it's almost like driving on dirt, but at 200 miles an hour. 17 might have to pull a slide job out of his back pocket. 99 is going to be running side by side with him. There's Savoy, and the X side, Ford. He's got a Ford emblem on it. Now these drivers did put some of the throwback manufacturers. Yes, they're all ARCAs. Yes, they're all Chevys. But we all like to see the difference here. The 99 kind of falling back here, Nathan.
Yeah, it's starting to fall back a little bit. I think it's only going to take a few laps. You might see these lines start to change a little bit as these tires wear out pretty quickly.
Biggest mover of the race, Andrew Tennell, the 97. He is moving and grooving. Speaking of people to be looking at, we're going to be able to get on board with these drivers very soon. But right in front of them, 3 wide with Coulter Jr., and they bashed it back down to 2 wide. The 10 of John Hammond right there with them. Ooh, they're getting close. It's dicey. Brian Rayburn up high. Let's ride along with one of our drivers. How about we ride along with Mr. Brock? Mr. Brock has been a good feature here. He's got his camera rolling. He's in sixth. He's off one spot from the start of the race. Right in front of him, Holland, another driver camera that we have, the 35. Kind of, you see the wiggle out of the steering wheel, but that offset has that steering wheel planted to the right, and he is doing everything he can just to keep it straight, so that way he doesn't have to wiggle too far in. The drive into the corner puts him about mid-lane. 35 comes down in front of him. Brock has a little bit more speed getting into the corner. What is he going to have on the exit? Take a look at Richard Holland in front of him. He is rolling into the corner, running inside the top 5 now as he tries to track down Savoy. He's trying to get his spot back. He's trying to work his way back into it. Rooting for the 43 Cheerios car out there. Said fueled by haters. Like the name. Digging the name. Josh, what are you doing out there, brother? Good to see you here. That's Richard. That's 2 of our 5 drivers here. As they come around the corners, they're going to make some things work side by side. The 1 to the 35, 8 right behind. That's Strickland. And there's a lot of action happening. Farrington kind of running away with it. He's using that second lane. High line for the front stretch and the back stretch, and then kind of finding that second lane for the 20. Do you normally see a second lane kind of being pushed that way? It looks like the 20 kind of gets himself a little bit loose out of the corner. Nathan, from a driver's perspective, because we all know I don't drive very much in this simulator, where do you push the boundaries here?
I know a lot of times drivers will try to stick it down to that white line coming out on fresh tires, just to test it out and see how it's going to feel. It doesn't take long in these cars in this track till you start pushing up into that middle line. You'll see some cars start to run pretty high, but if you get too close to that wall, you ain't going to hold on to it.
We'll go through our top 20. Grijalva, El Paso is ready to bring it home. Go Army. That's exactly right. Let's go through our top 20. Right now, the 31 being contested by Charles Van Scoik. Mr. Goat racing himself there to the bottom, so that's your battle going on right there. Bob Garofalo off 4 spots. He is there in the number 40 machine, kind of rolling through where he needs to be. And we'll see that Coors Bell South machine try to make some ground here. The 18 up 7 spots, able to carry forward. CJ says, these schemes bring you back to your childhood. That's the point, folks. That's what they wanted out of this. It's absolutely killer to see. Absolutely amazing. 18 up in 18th. He's up 7 spots. Donnell Williams, the number 6, is in 17th off 4. Skylar Sheridan battling back and forth here. That's the 97 of Tenold behind. There's a little bit of freeness here going on. They tap the wall. It slows him down immensely. So there's a lot happening in this little pack, this little group. 18 moves himself up to 16th. So Skylar Sheridan back to 17th. Evan Burke, the 94, he is up 4. He is in 15th. Andrew Tenold, he is from 27th. The 97 has worked himself to 14th. Down low on the apron there, though. Maybe trying to close some of that track off. He got a little bit free, it did look like. John Hammond off 2 spots from the start of the race. The number 10 still trying to make some ground up. He is tracking down Bill Hales in that 12th spot, who has not moved since the start of the race, but he's got a whole lot of drivers in front of him. The number 3 of Michael Coulter Jr. up 3 spots from the start of the race. Joseph Grijalva, there he is, the Mr. Man himself. He is right there in 10th. He is trying to hold on to that Rainbow Warrior paint scheme. Number 24, DuPont, right behind Mr. Brock, who is off 4. He started 5th. Anthony Crownover up 9. He started 17th in 8th. William Kern right where he started. He's giving a big shove to the 35 of Mr. Holland. And Holland right back to 6th where he started. Michael Strickland, Mr. Stryker, the number 8, he is up 3 spots. He is making some ground here. Ryan Johnson, the number 36, in 4th. So Voy trying to get back to second. He was back to fifth, now back up to third. Jesse Bunnell in the number 17 up one spot trying to track down Mr. Farrington. It was 1.7 seconds back. Now makes it 1.1. Daniel, seeing these paints out there is awesome. Always good. Wrecked out. Smoking R says, no good, brother. No good. Get back out there. Get back out there. Ron, I was getting to your camera, brother. Get back out there. All right. Ooh. 99 gets a little bit free. 36 is going to go to the bottom here. Like he almost tapped the wall there. Now, we filtered through some of these paint schemes here, Nathan. What one kind of strikes out at you?
Well, I will say I grew up being a Dale Earnhardt fan, so I definitely love that car. That X-Side car, though, that thing's real nice looking.
X-Side looks pretty good. There is the good wrench number 3. Homage to the Intimidator himself. And right now, Coulter is trying to be just that. He's trying to be the Intimidator, trying to get to the inside. They've been running pack racing right here in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. All the way to Holland back there in the 30. So it's just insane to be able to see what these drivers are doing. 13 minutes repairs, no chance. Man, well, this is a big racetrack. I mean, you'll lose some laps, but you'll be able to get back out there. That first wreck was a doozy. Ryan Farrington, your race leader, being caught by Bunnell, who was able to pace himself here. 17 laps in. Fuel strategy is going to play a big factor here. That might be... I saw your message, Nathan, and that might be why my thing all goofed up. If you want, you can take it off commentator mode and kind of look around and do your thing. It's all good. You can disconnect from the room. It's all right. I don't mind. They just had an update right before all of this happened, too, so I haven't had a chance to look at the cliff notes for what SDK is doing. But SDK Gaming is our preferred platform. It's absolutely a ton of fun to use, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen with these drivers. Let's ride along and see. We did Brock. We've done Holland. Let's take a look at Burke. See what Mr. Burke's doing here. He said he added a straw to his helmet. Now we've got a little bit of a different angle here, but he added a straw because last week he had an issue where he was trying to take a drink and he was trying not to wreck while doing that. So it's great to see him out there. Great to see everybody out there in the chats. I appreciate everybody rolling through. Make sure you give us a like and follow Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I know that this league has been very much used to the YouTube series, being on YouTube, but we are on all 3 platforms, each and every broadcast for the iRacing Spectacular. And it does look like that tire wear is starting to become a factor, Nathan.
Yes, it certainly does. And you're definitely going to see the lines move around. They might not be able to make that move. When you see them come off 2 and 4, they dive down to the bottom of the track to try to make that pass. You're not going to see that quite as much, but they're still going to try to do it. Just might not work out as well.
Bob Garofalo doing just that right there, trying to get himself around Mr. Evan Burke there. But if you look at what happened there, he had to come back up the racetrack. He's going to try to utilize the high line here and is going to do that. Not going to be able to disrupt anything here. What's up? What's up, man? Love the old paint schemes. Very nostalgic. Absolutely. Here's Mr. Charles out there. Not the GOAT Racing Charles. That's our good friend Charles from another league that I get in a game with him too. 0.3 of a second and gaining. Now Bunnell and Johnson and the 99 have caught up to the 20 of Farrington, who had a pretty decent lead here and they've been able to make that consistent line change and catch themselves back up to the field. A couple of drivers coming in early for pit strategy. Josh Brock, one of those drivers. Skylar Sheridan in as well, locking up the tires. Going to have to back up there, missed his pit box, and is going to have himself ready to rock and roll. So they're going to make their green flag pit stops. 21, now 22 being completed of 100 here in the AMR Michigan 200. Reminder, go to Trading Paints, check out AMR. He's got some cool stuff. That's his driver profile out there. Make sure that you go and check that out because dude's absolutely amazing what he does. He loves doing the throwback paint schemes. He's also the guy running the numbers behind the scenes here. Nate, my man, BNR Xfinity Series. We do the BNR Cup Series on Saturday nights. You get, I think you're getting, now I love the BNR Cup Series. I'm not knocking it. But I do like the Xfinity cars and how well they race.
Oh yeah, they are fun to watch. They're fun to drive. Just my personal preference is those Cup cars, and with the opening to try to broadcast on Thursdays, just seemed like the right move.
Now, have you learned anything from me in the past couple of, what has it been, almost a week that we've been chit-chatting back and forth about your stuff and what you guys have done? Have you learned anything about what it takes to kind of put this thing together behind the scenes?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more than you would think it is. So when we first decided we wanted to try to do it, we're like, okay, this shouldn't be too bad. And then once you get into the software and all that, the big thing is you just got to learn to be able to talk. Sometimes that may not be everybody's strong suit. So you have definitely helped me out a lot.
Gotta find yourself a reason to tell a story, and that's what this is telling a story about what these cars are doing. Like Kevin Savoy worked himself back to second. Now more green flag pit stops in the works. Bunnell in, Johnson in, Holland in, William Kern in as well. Farrington still leading around here, but Savoy starting to close the distance. I think the 20 kind of ran it hard early, and now he and the 99 had coming to pit road here. They're going to maybe lock it up, get themselves down in there. There they are, down to speed. Coulter Jr. is going to be your race leader this time by as the Intimidator works his way through. Good wrench. Service all over. What was it? Quick Lube was on there as well. There's Batteries Plus. He had a ton of sponsors that were just absolutely thrilling and thrilled to be a part of that paint scheme. That paint. If those who don't know, the reason why he drives that, he drove that black that paint scheme right there. That black and gray with that little stripe of orange. It was modeled after Darth Vader and the suit. And it was kind of interesting to see that. 18 out front now. He's going to come around a lead. Coulter comes to pit road, and Van Scoik looks like he's going to be back out. Now these drivers, these front drivers came out of pit came to pit road on that first caution. So when they did, they've got a little bit of extra fuel out here. And that's going to play a factor. They're going to be able to hold on for just a few more laps and try to make this a better short, maybe a longer pit stop for them, but a shorter one at the very end. Christian out there. Shout out to the IndyCar teammate Joe Grijalva out there. Go win it, buddy. He says. Zerk, what's up? Oh, Charles talking to Big Zerk out there. Van Scoik. He's getting ready to come to pit road. 28 seconds the difference. Ryan Johnson, who came in on 23. Is now your race leader. Does look like they've been some switcheroo going on here. Van Scoik into pit road now as well. The Hooters 11 car making short work of pit stalls. Good old fun stuff. See, Charles said he finished second last night the IVRL Winter Series Xfinity race at NSS. That's awesome. That's awesome. Folks,
definitely looks like these pit stops made a huge gap in the leader to third place. Second place is hanging a little bit in there, but we got everybody trailing behind now.
It looked like Bunnell was able to track down the race leader over just traditional driving. And I'm going back to look at where Farrington is. Farrington's in fourth now, 6 seconds off the pace. He had a good pit stop. He came in on 24. That might just be the difference on the lap times. He is slowly catching Ryan Johnson just a little bit at a time. So Johnson needs a little bit of help, needs a little bit of draft, because those cars behind him, as Bunnell starts to soak up that backstretch, 1.7, 1.8 seconds, still trying to utilize that midline. Strickland and Farrington, they catch each other. They're going to be able to hold on and catch back up pretty quick. Link in the chat for Gem City Racing Network. Go check them out. AMR Michigan 200. Time for a vocal break. We'll be right back with you here in just a moment. Much love to all the chats out there. Thank you very much. Little hydrate break for everybody, including us over here in the good old-fashioned broadcast booth. Much love to the chats. Ryan Johnson, your race leader at the moment, and he's starting to put some track position between he and the rest of the field. Butt kicker, fastest lap of the race. Well, it was ran by Brian Farrington, the number 20. He led the first pretty much little stint of this racetrack. He's got Strickland in front of him running the Dale Jr. Budweiser throwback paint scheme. Had a great first start of the race, and now through pit stops is finding himself. He's kind of fallen back a little bit here. He was about 5.9 seconds, now lost about 0.2, almost 0.3 of a second. Behind the 8, maybe trying to capitalize on that. He did go in a lap later than a few people. Anthony Crownover, second fastest lap of the race, as the number 28 runs that Havoline paint scheme. Homage to Kevin Harvick out there before he switched over. Good love, good fun. And it's all a ton of fun. Dark Phoenix out there. Good to see you, Dark. Let us ride along with somebody. Grijalva. Let's ride along with Grijalva. Hey, we got him. Where's he at? Where's he at on here? He's in 9th. There's the number 24. Let's go inside the cockpit view. He is driving in VR. Sorry, it's kind of a little bit cut off. He was in El Paso for the holidays. He mentioned, hey, much love, much love. I want to fix the camera, but it's a little bit sideways. Look at him run. He's got the Mario Kart lean going on there. He's sitting a little bit higher in his chair right now than when we cropped in his photo earlier. He is looking. He's looking at something. into the corner, Butt Kicker, AMR PaintWorks. Remember, thebuttkicker.com, promo code Throwback. Save 25% off your fantastic gear. Feel what you've been missing at Butt Kicker and go and have some fun. And it's an amazing experience, to say the least. But that is what it looks like inside one of these cars. Of course, he's got the old VR headset on, so he can see a lot more than what we can. He can look out the window. He can do all kinds of stuff with that. But I will tell you that it's pretty awesome to see youngsters getting out there doing it. 24 is in ninth, trying to track down Johnson. 12.7 seconds. He's got a little bit of folks out there trying to make some stuff work. And he's doing a fantastic job. Got to quit typing so fast. Please. Is it on? I don't want it to be on slow mode. Hopefully it's not on slow mode. 18 up 15 spots. It's going to be your biggest mover of the race right now. Anthony Crownover up 11. Second biggest mover of the race. Ryan Johnson started fourth. He is your race leader right now. 1.7 seconds up into the wall. Almost a perfect time right there. He got a little bit free. Maybe a little tight. I say free. He got a little tight off the corner. Came up and tapped the wall, trying to Bristol himself around Michigan. A little bit big of a track. Too big of a track for that.
Yeah, he got pretty fortunate there. I don't see any damage on the right side of the car, so hopefully he'll be able to hold on to that lead and stretch it back out. Although he did lose about a half a second there.
Might have had that little flare going on. Might get will he? Oh no, he's losing time. He's losing quite a bit of time right now. Bunnell carrying a tenth faster. Take a look at the lap times here over the last 5 laps. Bunnell was starting to close the distance, and now on older tires, it just seems like Bunnell's just consistent, and that's probably where he has been. And this time by, how much did he fully lose? About 0.3 of a second. So over the last 2 laps, half second is gone. It gets kind of dicey whenever it comes to the end of a pit cycle, and they're going to be approaching their next green flag pit cycle here. Only one caution happened on the opening laps. Somebody got into the wall, and some folks got free into the corners.
I'm a little curious to see our pit strategy as we go into this next round, because Johnson pitted a little bit earlier last time and was able to hold the lead even on a little bit older tires. So we'll have to see if some people follow suit this time.
Well, Farrington has closed down almost a second and a half since the green flag pit stops. He was able to work his way around Strickland. Holland's going to be there as well in fourth. Farrington's moved himself up to third here. And it just seems like he's getting faster and faster out of the corner. I would be more concerned about what Bunnell's going to be doing here, because Bunnell seemingly came out of lap 23, found him. He was in second, closing the distance down to Farrington on older tires. And now with a lap difference on tires, it just seems like Bunnell and Farrington are closing in on Johnson. Johnson came out on 23, same time as Bunnell, and they both seem to be faring pretty well, but Johnson might have that right rear damage, might have to take 3 seconds in the pits, and now the 20 utilizing that a little bit lower line right there and basically sliding it up the track to make himself just kind of, I don't know, he seems like he's willing. Let's just go into the cockpit view of him real quick. We don't have him on camera. Let's see what he's doing here. You can hear the tires screeching. He cutting off part of the racetrack. That's some of it gained, but he just lost about 0.2 of a second. He was about 4.89 seconds. Now he's up to 5.15. Trying something different. Do you, when you're getting on the older tires, Nate? Do you try to do something different here as you see him kind of flick that wheel to the right to keep himself from getting too free?
Yeah, one big thing I think you'll notice, and you can hear it with this view especially, is they'll get off the gas sooner going into the corner. Because if they don't, they're going to run straight up into the wall. And if you dive into the corner, definitely have to get way off, and you're going to lose a lot of momentum coming out of the corner on those old tires. So running that middle line right now, letting off a little early is what's going to help you out here.
We'll look at the front of the Home Depot, number 20. It's been incredibly fast, and kind of the overhead cam you see right there, how much he has to put it next to the wall and keep it away from the wall here. Gets into the corner, plants himself down to the second lane, and it seems like the car wants to push its way up the racetrack on its own, especially on older tires. Ryan Johnson, your race leader. Let's go through your top 20 one more time. Josh Brock in on pit road this time by. He's getting his next green flag pit stop in. Brian Rayburn, the number 4, he is in 19th. Our outside pole sitter, Kevin Savoy, the 99, came in. I think he had to come back in for fuel because he came in, got a little damage repair. 28.13 seconds for the 99. He is in 18th off 16 spots. He is got some work to do. Bob Garofalo, there is the number 17. He is in 17th place car. He's coming around. He's having a decent day. He wants to gain the 2 spots that he's lost. Charles Van Scoik, Mr. Goat Racing, the number 11 car here, up 10 from the start of the race as they come into the corners. There is the number 11. Let's get you a better camera view there. Charles Garrett, the number 33. He's up 6 and 15th. 14th is going to be Bob Gray, the number 31. Evan Burke up 6 as well in 13th. William Kern getting past. He is coming to pit road, getting down into his stall. He was pitting from 13th. Burke up to 12th now. Donnell Williams in 11th. Joseph Grijalva, there's the number 10 place car. He's back where he started. He hasn't moved again, but he's still doing a phenomenal job. Michael Colder Jr., up 5. The 18 up, going up. He's going up a bunch of spots right now. Holland, Strickland, Bunnell coming to pit road. Grijalva now up to 7th. Coulter up to 6th. Brandon, the number 18. I'm going to have to have him say it to me 2 more times because he only said it once, and I only repeated it back once. Bill Hale's up to 4th. And Crownover up to 3rd here. Brian Farrington, of course, back to 2nd now as he's got 4.5 seconds that he's trying to track down to Ryan Johnson, who's been your race leader for the 2nd stint. And now Farrington's going to come around and lead again as the 36 comes to pit road. Man, oh man. Good run, good fun. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Make sure if you're out there, you give us a like, you give us a follow, you give us all that fantastic stuff out there because what a great day it's been. It's been a great day. Making all the chats out there on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. All the drivers having a pretty darn good day. Got another driver, I think, that joined the racing room, but don't have his information. Let's take a look at Holland here, who is about to put himself back on the lead lap here, the number 35. He's got the Tabasco car working it. Go, Coulter, go, says the production company, a.k.a. How you doing, Mike's mom? You're amazing. Thank you for being out there. Or Mike's dad, or Mike's great. Now, he's got some good videos out there from what I've seen. 20, looks like he's trying to come to pit road. 35, trying to find himself around. And now back on the lead lap is Rich Holland. 35, side by side with the 90. The 90 trying to hold on to a little bit of, that's Dave Stenson. 35, trying to work his way around, finds himself in 10th, 36 seconds off of the 18, who's going to come to pit road as late as possible. So is Coulter Jr. Good little view from the drivers there. Coulter Jr., the number 3 car. Looks like he might be backing down and coming to pit road. Let's take a pit stop with the number 3. Gets down to the apron here, wants to play it safe, does not want to have any kind of hiccup here, because you can have big hiccups on pit road, and we've watched that happen to several drivers in over the last, especially super speedway style racetracks like this one. 2 miles in length, 190 plus miles an hour, almost 200 miles an hour in the draft. Man, it's just insane. Nate, they're halfway through this race, and they've been running green flag pit stops. Where does this play into? Oh, man, caution. I just jinxed it.
That changes everything. I think pretty much everyone made their round of pit stops besides the 3 there on pit road.
Well, the 3, actually, 18.
Oh.
Just came to pit road. He was your race leader. So Van Scoik is actually going to be your race leader. He still needs to come to pit road. So that'll at least give a free pass to a couple of drivers, I do believe. I do know that we're going to have about half the field a lap down. Savoy, the number 20th spot, is going to be the first car 1 lap down, but he's going to get a free pass. He's going to be the lucky dog. Bob Garofalo is right behind him, so that'll help him out. Big Zerk is going to go run a UMP dirt race. Good luck, brother. Good luck. If you're the 17 and the 36, and they've got 5 sets of tires here, do you come in and do that, or do you just kind of
thinking what 2? I think I would. Why not? Depending, it's hard for them to tell because they're at the front, but. I mean, if you're towards the back, I think you definitely can take fresh tires.
Well, Brian Rayburn needs to come to pit road. He came in on 25. He was looking to find himself on pit road anyway. Van Scoik says, well, heck yeah, I'm coming to pit road. At minimum, he's going to top up on fuel. 17 is going to be your race leader. A lot of free pass cars in front of the 17. Bob Garofalo looks like he is going to be one of those. The 20 is going to be your lucky dog, so a chance for the 20 to get back in position as well. But he'll have to start at the tail end of the longest line. Let's go back and take a look here. Let's get rid of the driver information stuff there, and we're going to see what happened, because that was interesting. Looks like Andrew Tenold had an issue. Maybe? Okay, well, we want to watch Tenold here. Come on now. Whatever update they did. Oh, the 97. Oh, he was trying to come to pit road. He hit the grass. And, traffic's coming. He was trying to not have the caution come out, but it did. He was trying to come to pit road. He nicked the grass. We're going to have to back that up real quick. 2 shakes here, folks. Kelly, what's going on, brother? Oh, he got free. Oh, he tapped the wall. Got free. Here he is. Watch what happened here from the cockpit view. Going. Oh, he just misjudged the wall. Trying to run the high line. Got himself lodged. Trying to back out of it. Oh, and he's free. He's free. He's free. He's free. He's free. And he was trying to back it down and hit the grass, and that didn't work anything. That didn't help anything at all. Poor dude, man. Poor dude. Kelly Pointer out there. Good to see you, brother. Texting and driving. That might have been it. Bundle's going to be a race leader. A lot of cars getting a free pass here. The drivers that need the free pass, the 40 is going to drop to the back. Andrew Tenold's going to have to drop back as well. Dave Stenson, Evan Burke, all those drivers wanting that free pass, but not the case. Does look like Coulter, Brock, all those drivers got the free pass here. They'll start at the tail end. Mr. Pointer, how are you doing? It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for liking the stream out there as well. Everybody's on YouTube tonight. I like it. Everybody's on YouTube. And you folks out there on Twitch are amazing too. Perfect, brother. Perfect. Always good to hear. Always good to hear. Pace car's diving off. Nate, you got it for a little bit, brother.
All right, pace car's off. Green flag's back in the air. After that round of pit stops, it looks like Funnel, especially after that caution, has got the advantage now over Johnson after everything cycled out. You're going to see him dive down into turn 1 here. He's going to be able to extend that lead a little bit here on Johnson. Both of them got a pretty good jump on 3rd, and then back on the 4th, we got about a 0.8 of a second gap back to the 43, so they're going to spread out here a little bit, which is going to be a factor of a little bit different tire strategies off their last pit stops. But yeah, back here at the, still pretty early on these new tires, so you're going to see them diving pretty low into the turns for, I would say, at least another 5-6 laps. And as they start to wear, we'll see them start to get back up a little bit.
You know what's interesting that I was seeing here, besides all the moving and shaking going on back here from 5th on back, well, Farrington, of course, trying to work his way back up in the mix. He was there either as a lucky dog or as, I think I take that back. He was a lucky dog there. Ooh, I heard some tires there for a second. There's that 3rd caution coming out. Something that I was noticing here. When it came to the jump there, it seemed like some drivers tried to start in a higher gear, but Bunnell had the right idea, made it work. 3rd caution of the race, Evan involved, Donnell Williams involved as well. Thank you for the 500 stars out there, Kelly. Appreciate you. That goes toward the getting life back on track, and he says, just living life in Christ, doing great. Perfect, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, as always. And I think this update is kind of upsetting me here. Because now, oh, there's where it happened. It's not showing, it's not going to the car like it's supposed to. So we might have to find ourselves a situation here. I think the 94 had a run on the 28 there. Let's do a little far chase spectacular view here. Kind of going to be 3 wide. There's the 4 below. 94 down low. Drifts up. 28 catches the back bumper. Nothing that 28 could do there. And then there's nothing the 6 could do as well. And the 1 getting involved, that's Josh Brock right there. 2 of our drivers that part of the driver cams involved. So we'll give the 94 the patented helicopter award. Because he went around nicely. Did a pretty good job. I'm going to try to do one more update, folks. Here's a little bitty commercial for you. All right, folks, got to fix a couple of things. I reverted back. I need you to just kind of hold on for 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I appreciate you. Having to redo everything here, all because I want everything to work right, folks. I just want it to work right for you because it's awesome. It's a great feeling to have some fun. Let's go, Bundle. Take it home. Okay, it's not the zeros caution. It's the third caution. I had to reset SDK because they put out an update right before this race. And I should have looked at the patch notes. So apologies about that. Third caution of the race, yeah, I'm having to make it work. So I apologize about the snafu there. We like to make sure everything works properly. And now I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to read the cliff notes and what they changed and fix probably a few things on my end. I think. Van Scoik's your race leader. How cool is that? Goat Racing number 11, Hooters Machines. Got Rayborn there as well. Brian Farrington, Jesse Bunnell, Michael Strickland. That is going to be your top 5. And single file restarts for the league. Amanda giving some love out there. Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody liking out there on the old YouTube channel as well. Make sure you reach up, hit that subscribe. And hit the notification bell, let you know when we go live, not just for the Winston Throwback Series, but all the iRacing Spectacular and all the tutorials that I do out there on YouTube as well. 11 gets a good run. He's going to hold it next to that wall. Nate, we know Mr. Van Scoik. What's he doing?
A little bit different pitch strategy here, and we'll see if it pays off. Gonna probably have a little bit older tires here, but it's not going to be too much. So they may be able to run away for a little bit, but I would say the going to be what they're back in 6th, and where's he at? Bunnell's in 3rd now, so we'll probably see them start to run them down here in a few laps.
Well, right now, Rayburn doing just that, getting right to the back bumper of the 11, utilizing that draft very early. He's going to drop it in low. I can't see the pit strategy anymore, and that's only because I had to reset everything. So when it comes to pit tires, we're gonna let you have to talk about that. Evan Burke having an issue. He had to jump to pits. Let's go take a look and see what happened here. Did he blink? No. Come on, Evan. No. What happened? Go take a look here. Did it reset him? Oh, he must have had a connection issue because it jumped him to pits. Brandon, who's in the booth with me? Well, this is Mr. Nathan Bogart, right? I think I said it wrong earlier. If I said it wrong earlier, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're all good. It gets said both ways all the time.
Yeah, it's Bogart, right?
Yep.
That's what I thought. 11, back to the battling to the back. Damn your name and me trying to talk about Van Scoik now. All right. Caution comes back out. Evan having an issue here. Grijalva having an issue here. Man, hopefully Joe didn't have too bad of an issue. There's the 18 to the outside. 24's right there. We talk about how these cars like to drift up into the corner. Looks like the 18. Oh, maybe a little net code there. There goes the 18. 18's going to get a helicopter. Man. See, now it's working. I reverted back to the old system and the one that works for me. And now it's working. See, I know how things are supposed to be. All right. 24 here. 18's got a big run into the corner here. He's got a little push coming from, oh, the 24 was loose. And the 18 having a check up there, or didn't check up, didn't see it. 24 just got free. New tires. We're talking about them dropping to the inside. So, oh man, unfortunate circumstances there. Let's watch that again. One more time.
Yeah, we definitely had a little bit of a domino effect there. It even coming off the wall caught the side of the 3. So I'm curious to see how much damage he has to the right rear there.
Here's a look. The 24 gets free right there. You see him wiggle, and then nothing. Actually, I think the 18 could have let out a little bit there. I don't know. Brandon, are you feeling better? That's what's important. 11 to pit road, Bundle to pit road. Nope, Bundle's going to be your race leader. Ryan Johnson in second. Yeah, let's take a look at the 3 car here. Good, brother, good. He had the COVIDical. Everybody say your prayers, take your vitamins, be a part of the Hulkamania fan group. Talking about throwbacks. Come on. Snap into a Slim Jim. I think Coulter went in and topped up on fuel there to check his damage, see if he had any damage there. I don't see it on the right side. Maybe a little on the left side. We'll see. Ryan Johnson coming off pit road right now. Did Ryan beat the group off pit road? Or maybe he was the race leader. Bunnell was in second now. Johnson, I don't know. I don't know who is leading. Stop it. Totally joking. Bunnell's going to be a race leader here, and then the 36 of Johnson's going to be there. 43 of Kern. Holland in the number 35 is in fourth. Sheridan in fifth. Garrett, Williams, Hales, Rayburn, Coulter all the way through 10th. Van Scoik in 11th. Farrington in 12th. Crownover in 13th. Strickland in 14th. And last car on the lead lap, looks like Tenold's going to be in 21st. He's going to be the first car off the lead lap. Joe getting some stuff fixed, man. Joe needed that. So maybe coming in each lap and getting a little bit repaired. Let's see if he's going to be able to make it off of pit road here and try to keep himself clean. He's got a little bit of right rear damage. That spoiler's going to play a factor here. Oh, boy, that is a bad sculpting job on that Chevy. Did you see the back bumper? I don't know if it looks the same for you as it does for me, but poor guy. Poor guy.
That might affect his arrow a little bit.
He looks like he's got a. I know he's a teenager. It looks like he's got a big zit on the back there. It's got to just pop it. That is not a. That's not a flare you want, folks. But at least he's still on the lead lap. So if something happens here, and he can stay out of the mess, and he might be able to work his way back into pit road, get a little bit more of that damage repaired. It's all about points. It's all about what you can do here to try to make it work for the long haul. 63 laps in. It says first caution. That's technically your fourth caution, folks. And we're gonna have some fun. 17, 36, 43, 35, 21. And Nate, you're gonna take him back to green, brother.
Say right before we go green here, I have my eye on that 4 car because he is the first one that came in and got tires on that caution. All right, base car is off. Green flag is back in the air. Like I said before, we'll keep an eye on that 4 car if he can make his way through the pack. 1736, get a good jump here. 43 and a 35 are following him. A little bit of a gap back to the 21. It's always nice to be in that clean air up in the top 2 or 3 cars. Get a nice jump off turn 2 there, get a good run. Of course, the 17 is going to pull that 36. He's not going to be able to make much time on him yet. Lots of drafting here at Michigan. Makes for a great race. I see that. I was watching that 4 car, but he's actually going backwards. I'm not sure if he had trouble or not, but he went from 7th back to 12th. We still got Jesse Bunnell. Got about a 4/10 of the lead second here on Johnson still. Kern about a second back, and then 4th is about a second and a half. So they're creating a little gap for the top 4. I think that's what we'll see here for, I'll give it another 10 laps or so until those fresher tires start coming into play. 17 dive down to the bottom. That is something you will see a lot from these cars on the front stretch. Try to gain a little extra time everywhere they can. Go on back. See where Richard Holland is doing here in the 35. Staying about a second and a half back. So he's got
It's curious that they would do that too, because they do have fresher tires coming. And something that happened with the 4, you were talking about them falling back. What I was noticing there is that a whole bunch of drivers started passing them. Like, that was Josh Brock having an issue. He had to jump to pits. I don't know what happened there. But it just seemed like everybody went, all right, we're going 2 and 3 wide. Let's go into turn 1 after that restart. And he was like, I'm just going to stay here. This is where I'm going to be. Look at that dive from the 28. Here's the 8. Look how much speed you can gain on a driver here. And now they're all in defensive mode. The 99, a Savoy right there with the, oh, that was Donnell Williams in the number 6 right there as well. It looked like Mike Strickland a little bit free there as well. Man, they're all running. There's so much going on. It's crazy.
Trying to watch, I almost couldn't tell if he got loose or if he dove down there, because it looked like he may have gained a couple spots.
I think he did. Now, I know the 97 of Andrew Tuttle, he's trying to get himself back on the lead lap here. He's free out of the corner, and I think that has everything to do, maybe tires, maybe some pressure going on here, maybe trying to cook it a little bit too hard into the corners, settle in. He would be your lucky dog, I do believe.
I couldn't see who it was, but it looked like we had one dive towards the inside fence on the backstretch. I don't know if he saved it or not.
And Josh, there's the 18 back out of the mix. There's Tittle. He's a lap down. Oh, caution. I don't know what happened. But they are backing it down pretty quick. Tittle, well, Garrett, Mr. Garrett. There he is. 33, the Skull Machine. Kind of one of my favorite paint schemes. All right, let's take a look and see what happened here. He's trying to get it off the wall there, trying to spin it back around. 20 into 33. 20 comes up. Maybe a little net coat, but he was coming up into him. Barrington gets him. 21 gets into the 33. And now the 33 was trying to reverse push start the 20 there for a moment. Man. You know what? We're gonna There's Charles Garrett right there. Let's ride along with the, we're going to do this. The 21, Skylar Sheridan here in the cockpit view. This is what it looks like in front of him. The 5 missed him. 5 was like, I'm going to, oh, he was trying to hold on there. He just tried to hold it up next to the wall and kind of clipped the wall there. Nothing he could do about it. Back to live here.
Came a bit of a sandwich there for a second.
He did. He was a skull sandwich. Grijalva's an Army guy, so don't count him out just yet. I served in the Army for 9 years. And I didn't have anything cool like this. We had Halo. That's what we had.
Nothing wrong with Halo.
We had Halo. We have Halo and NASCAR 99 and plenty. I Need for Speed. Need for Speed Carbon. You know. Everybody coming to pit road. Lucky Dog should be the 18. Nope. Sorry, Andrew Tennell should be your lucky dog. 97 is going to take that pace lap. Brandon will be your free pass car. Tennell should be your lucky dog. There he goes. He's happy. You know, he's happy to be back on the lead lap. Well, folks, I always like to say it and make sure that you get out and you thank a veteran every single day, because your freedoms are protected by those fine folks out there. So if you get an opportunity, make sure that you find one, give them a handshake, give them a hug, buy them lunch. You know, we all like CC's Pizza. Totally joking. Don't buy a CC's Pizza. That's what broke privates eat. Just saying. Oh, man. But yes, we always like to salute our men and women of law enforcement and, of course, our nation's protectors out there. but what branch of service you're in. Of course, firefighters, paramedics, EMTs, nurses, doctors in the hospitals. We all know that it's been a rough almost a couple of years now with the COVIDical out there. But I do want to say that, make sure that you always be a community. Always tell people that, always show people that you care. And it's nothing more disheartening to see people be nasty to each other. And, I got into not just this broadcasting, but being the quote unquote influencer with gaming and stuff like that, to be a better person, to be a part of the community and to do great things. And I've had some bad things happen to me over the last year, getting all this stuff transitioned when it came to business and what we do here. And some people take advantage of situations with me that has caused me to you would not believe the year that I've had. I promise you, it's been tough. But at the end of the day, I get to be out here. I get to show the community that I still care about how everybody looks and is presented, and I want to support these folks, not just here, but in the real world as well. So just keep all that stuff in mind when it comes to, you don't know who you're talking to or who you're going to be around, but these folks, they absolutely love driving the simulator, and we want to make them look as phenomenal as possible. 17, 36, 43, 35, and a 3. Fred the Body Flag Man's going to make them live and in charge. Let's take a blimp cam on the restart here. Let's see exactly what's going to happen, because man, oh man, it's about to get dicey. 72 of 100, about to be complete. 73 is going to begin. Pace truck is in. Legacy, Michigan. The virtual crowd. We get loud. Green flag waves. Buttle gets a good restart there. The 36 a little bit closer this time, but that gap from third, it seems like third, fourth, and fifth don't mash it. Like, you gotta mash it. If you had to pick somebody, Nick, who you gonna pick? Oh man, somebody got loose down there. Somebody got Fred's. Bill Hales down there, our good buddy. I like Bill. Bill's got the Kellogg's cornflakes paint scheme on. I like Bill. Bill's good dude. Bill's good people. Who you got? Who's your pick to win this race?
Johnson. I think he's gonna stick this one out. He's gonna get him close to the end.
I do think. I know that Bunnell has a factor here. Everybody came out on 70. There's only a couple of drivers that stayed out. The 18, right there behind the 97, he stayed out. The 97, Andrew Tenold on the lead lap here, has an extra set of tires to play with. Came in on lap 70 as well. So he and the 18 are going to be working together. But Bunnell, I don't know. I don't think Bunnell's my pick. I think I'm going to pick somebody that I'm going to pick Bob Gray. Bob, you're my pick to win. Let's go, buddy. Brian Hunt says Charles is going to win. Mr. Van Squick, there he is. Go racing, man. Look at that. Gets right in front of Bill Hales. Look at that line he took right there. He didn't really take the nose off the 5. He just was able to carry. He's right next to her side by side with a 45. Van Squick going places. There next to Bob Gray. Bob, come on, battle back, buddy. Battle back. You got this. Fastest lap of the race just ran. Jesse Bunnell, 40.43. What is the track temperature now? Because, man, they just ran fast laps on lap 75. Calder Jr. out there. Tell me your predictions. Smokenar says Calder Jr. as well. Tell me your predictions. Jesse Bunnell, he's super fast right now. 25 laps to go. The butt kicker, 25. Reminder to go to thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code THROWBACK. All one word, THROWBACK. Get 25% off, and it helps out. They get 3% or something like that. Goes back to the league. So that is absolutely a great way for these folks to be able to give back to their racers, their community. Also, check the links in the description. AMR PaintWorks. Find them on Trading Paints. You're going to be able to do that. Coulter Productions, one of the sponsors here as well. There's the MCI Graphics. Find him on Trading Paints and on Facebook. And Team Monte Carlo, because that is the team that is helping with this league. Absolutely killer. Bunnell, Johnson, Kern, Holland, Coulter, Savoy. Kevin, in that 99, that X-Side machine, you said that was one of your favorite paint schemes in here. He has had to battle a little bit this week, and now has had to battle himself get back up there inside the top 5. He was the pole. Was he the pole sitter? No, he was outside pole sitter.
Watching these lap times on these top 2 cars, in the last 2 laps, they were dead even.
Let's take a look at the last 5. 23 laps to go here. Of course, the pace lap was there on 72. Look at these guys. Look at them run. Bunnell was better on 76 and 77. Johnson better on 73, 74, and 75. Sorry, backwards. Bunnell better on 73, 74, and 75, and now on 78. Johnson better on 76 and 77. And now, I don't know, Bunnell's got, he might have put something illegal in that car. Somebody check his restrictor. They might have used aluminum foil on the carburetor there. I know it doesn't use, it's electronic fuel injection during this time, but still. An homage to how they used to cheat, which is such a clever. They may have to still come to pit road too. They all came in on 70. No, they're going to have to come to pit road. They can't go 30 laps on fuel. They'll run out of fuel. So we at least have a green flag pit stop. Man, the drama is it's there. Anybody can win this one. Let's go.
I would not be surprised to see Johnson come a couple laps earlier. He may start the pit cycle this time.
If he continues to try to, I mean, in the draft, he's still losing time to the 17 here. 17 took a full pit cycle last time, got all 4 tires changed, filled the car up on lap 70. With 20 laps to go, somebody's going to split it in half. Brian Hunt says Mr. Van Scoik is going to be your race winner. He is at 17 spots. Biggest mover of the race right now. Guys lost the most. Josh Brock. He is out of the race. John Hammond coming to pit road. Ooh, how about Mr. Hammond? Ooh, what a thunk it. I mean, right now would be a great time to come in, get fuel, tires. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure how many sets some of these guys still have. I don't know if they have just the one left or if some of them saved an extra one.
Just in case there's a caution. I mean, we have seen a couple of good runs here where caution comes out a little bit later. Does look like Johnson trying to switch lanes here is going to utilize that high lane and try to work 2 here. Doing a phenomenal job of making things just a little bit more interesting, making them stick a little bit harder. 19 laps to go. Bunnell, Johnson, Savoy, Holland, Coulter. That'll be your top 5. Kern, Strickland, Crownover, Hales, Van Scoik. That'll be the top 10. And now 17 dropping way low, trying to disrupt the draft of the 36 behind him. Not really going to be Bunnell. Yes. I just say it fast. I promise, Amanda. I just say it fast. We'll just call him the 17. 17 out front. Johnson at a 36. And 99. 35 and a 3 of Coulter Jr. I can't tell you. But he's coming to pit road. I'm trying to click on him. He is coming to pit road, so he's utilizing a little bit of strategy here as well. 17 laps to go. That'll put everybody, if they come to pit road, in a good strategy here. I think the 17 is going to stay out for as long as he can. Maybe hope for a caution here. Maybe hope for a caution. Possibilities all around. I don't know, man. I don't know who's going to win here. This is interesting. This is very interesting. We'll see what the strategy plays out. Farrington out, Brock out, Burke out, Reynolds, Ostrowski, and Amar still running the numbers for us. Appreciate him doing so. 17 getting closer and closer to running that midline, maybe a little higher here.
It's all going to come down to that money stop. Who's going to get on pit road, get in the pit box, and get off pit road all smooth.
And anybody, let's see. Coulter came out on 83. Garrett came out on 69. Hammond came out on 79. John Hammond is a driver that is tracking down Coulter right now. That would be 1 and 2. Coulter, when he came in, he took a full pit stop, so he's got tires and gas, and he's still on the lead lap. His lap times are going to be much faster than the race leaders right now. He's running his here. Let's just take. He's getting ready to complete his out lap was 1:15. The 18 was 1:10 when he came off of pit road. So the 3, his lap time coming around this time up to speed, going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of about a second and a half faster. So that's something to think about here too. You got these guys on newer tires. How much distance are they going to put between you and how much are they going to be able to catch up? But now, Jesse and Ryan, when they come to pit road, if they come on a green flag positions here, that time that the 3 had to make up, well, he's making it up very quickly here. 45 seconds the difference. He's starting to catch the race leaders here. What is he, like 3 spots behind? There he is. He's staring at the race leaders. Pit stop time roughly about 45 to 47 seconds, depending on how you get in and out of pit road. BNR Racing League out there on Twitch. Let's go, Charles. Bring it home for BNR. Joe on YouTube says, good damn comeback for Grijalva. He is there. He still needs to come to pit road. The 24 having a good old-fashioned drive-off here. Maybe that flare worked. Right along with him here. What do you think, Nate? I think that flare might have worked for the 24 here. He's got a Larson thing going on for him.
Hey, you never know. Sometimes you can damage the car just right. It'll speed it up sometimes.
I wish they would make that an actual thing at iRacing. 17 pulling about a second away from Johnson now. Green flag pit stop starting to happen. The 18 going around on faster tires. So there's the 18 in front of the 24 right now. 24 just trying to stay good and stay patient. Field strategy is going to be a big factor here. That's what's really going to play into this race. As you see the young man work his way around the racetrack in 6th now. It's about 10 seconds off the pace of the 17. But man, oh man. Leaders are going to come pit road. That's happening as we speak. Guess who's also coming to pit road? 24. Crown over. He's going to be a race leader. 10 laps to go. The AMR Michigan 200 has been all every bit of an exciting race as you can ask for. Now we have the drama unfolding of who is going to outlast who. And right now, the 8 came in on 85. The 3, right behind him, came in on 83. Charles Banskoit came in on 88. And right now, Anthony Crownover right behind these guys as the 18, in his stead, the Brian Rayburn in the 4 as the Kodak film homage going on. He is in second. Johnson, I do believe, came in and took right sides only. 36, used a little tire strategy for himself. He's going to put 5 seconds between tried to put 5 seconds between he and the 17. It took a full pit cycle. Now 9 laps to go.
I know it's 5 seconds, but I don't know if it's going to be enough on just 2.
Big racetrack here. Average lap time is going to be about 41.5 seconds for the next 8 laps. And that's big enough. Crown over your race leader with 8 laps to go. He's going to push it for as long as he can. As they skirt around Michigan, Legacy, Michigan to be exact. So it's a little bit bumpier. It's a little bit more. It is more wide than the repave that they did. There are 5 lanes instead of 4.5. 80 feet up the embankments, and the degree of angle into the corners is more flat on the Legacy than it is on the traditional Michigan that we see today. $28,436. You know what the 28 could be doing here? Clutching that thing in. I mean, he's coming up. His pit lap was 70. They went back to green on 73. He's coming in. Coming in, pit road. Rayburn's going to be your race leader now. Is he going to come into pit road as well? He's going to have to. They're out of fuel. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I did it.
17 has made up about 1.5 seconds in 2 laps, if my lap times are correct. He is not wasting any time catching that 36.
4 tires to 2 tires. And right now, Johnson, your race leader, crown over into pit road, needs a splash and go, and that's what he's going to get. The 17 trying to close the distance, 1.8 seconds to the 36. Is it enough? They come around this time. It'll be 5 laps to go. Strickland in 3rd. Coulter Jr. in 4th. There's Strickland. Thought I clicked on his name there. Four tire to 2 tire strategy here with 10 laps to go. The 17 trying to close the distance down, and I think he's gonna catch him. I think you're absolutely right. I think a good strategy for the 36 to try to put some time between he and the 17 with just 2 tires and maybe a little splash of fuel. But I think the 17 did the splash of fuel himself and then wanted to say, hey, I'm good. Let's go. 1.3 seconds. I don't know. Can he hold him off?
Gonna have to keep trying to break that draft. That's about the only hope he's got, so he doesn't get as good of a run down the front backstretch.
Four laps to go. Under a second now. And is catching some of that draft on that backstretch. What's making the difference here, I do think, is the corners. having that drive into the corner here from Ryan Johnson to the 17 behind him. Strickland in the 8, Coulter into 3, Hales in the 5. That's going to be your top 5 right now. And Ryan Johnson has done one heck of a job trying to make it stick, trying to make it work. But with 3 laps to go now, the 17 really holding on. The 8 closing the distance a little bit himself. There's the Phoenix, Arizona native. Coulter
What
Jr.
is he gonna do to keep him behind him?
Oh, he's going to be. I was going to say it's 2 laps to go. What would you do?
I mean, 2 laps to go. You gotta play a little defense. You don't want to wreck him. You gotta block him a little bit.
17. 17 just has those tires. A little bit of a run there to the inside. Maybe a side draft coming. 17 probably pulling a slide job here in this corner with those fresher tires. The 2 inside tires are important for the turn here. And the 17 is going to go around. Jesse has took us off to get himself back around to take the lead over from the 36, who had a great chance at strategy here. It's not over. If he can get to the back bumper, he can put an old bump and run here in Michigan. Backstretch running 36, trying to send it. 17, 36. That's going to be the race to the finish here. The 10's going to give up the line. Around the corner one more time. 36 holding on. Jesse Buttle's going to win here at Michigan in style. The last 2-lap pass for the win here. Johnson did all he could to try to pull strategy. 17 was good on the long run. Johnson had a phenomenal race. 36 had a great drive here. Still up 2 spots, and so these two will be able to celebrate in style. There's the 10. He's going to come up. That's John Hammond giving a good old-fashioned hello. That was a good finish. It's a good finish. Drama. I like drama. I mean, in the racetrack. I don't like real-life drama. That stuff's for the birds, man.
Four tires definitely played out at this track. I think you'll see that most of the time, but I think in Johnson's position, that was the best shot he had, was to gamble a little bit.
And he did just that. He wanted to see if he could put that. I mean, he had a good distance there. 17's going to win it here. Good race. It was a good race. It was a solid race. Couple of cautions. Don't wreck the car. I got to take pictures of it. Could you imagine being a team owner of these cars back then? It would be exactly what I would be saying. Come on, we need good promo. We got to win. Don't tear that car up. There it is.
You got to damage it just enough so it doesn't make it post-race inspection. Right. There's 36 celebrated Ryan Johnson out there. All right, let's take a look at your race results. That'll be brought to you by AMR PaintWorks. Make sure you check the link in the chat. I put it in all of the chats out there. I want to make sure that you take a look at it for sure. Here's your race results. 17 is going to be a race winner here. Ryan Johnson in second. Strickland, the striker man, finishes in third. 8 had a good race right there. Holland, the 35, makes up a couple of extra spots there at the end. Bill Hales finishes in 5th. William Kern, Michael Coulter Jr., Bob Gray, Joseph Grijalva, Anthony Crownover, all inside the top 10. Bob finishes in 11th. Hey, I was rooting on Bob. Come on, Bob. That's right. Hey, I was rooting on Bob Gray. I was rooting on Bob Garofalo. We're good. Galvin in 12th. Sheridan finishes 15th. Savoy finishes in 17th. That was probably,
I think that was the one that shocked me the most. The 99 finish in 17th. He had such a good start, strong start to the race, and there in the middle portions of it, I think he was one that I would have thought had been one of the big contenders here. Charles Garrett, 33, finishes in 20th. Farrington finishes in 23rd. Brock 24th. Thank you to Amar out there for being part of the numbers. Absolutely pleasure to be with that guy. That's what the race is named after as well. Reynolds finishes in. I think Ron was out early. He was out very early, and we'll have to get Ron back in here and get him all worked up and get him ready to roll. 77 finishes in 26. Thank you to everybody out there tuning in. We're gonna get our pre-race interviews over with as I'll bring these folks in. Gonna be a ton of fun. Ton of fun. Ton of fun. Ton of fun. How about the guy himself, the number 17, Jesse? Congratulations on the race win here at the AMR Michigan 200. You had a phenomenal race going on here. There towards the end, it was 2 tires for the 36, 4 tires for you, and 4 tires prevailed. You had just enough racetrack to do it. Walk us through this race. You were fast and consistent all race long, tracking them down early and able to keep yourself out of trouble, it looked like.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate the broadcast. They're the last stop. Ryan took 2 and got out in front of me by a pretty good bit, and I didn't know if I could get to him or not, and almost didn't. He's a great driver, and even though he had 2 tires, he drives it like he had 4. So had my hands full. Just worked out my way tonight, and appreciate everyone watching, and can't wait for next week.
Oh, it's going to be a ton of fun, man. And you really had that 17 on lock. And we know that Michigan kind of drives like a super speedway, but that second lane was super important. Can't dip down too low. Only work the draft when you needed to. How would you disrupt the draft there? I know that you were doing that, especially later in the stages of each green flag run. It seemed like you were able to disrupt the draft by running higher rather than dropping low.
Yeah, I don't know if it was so much the draft. I was trying to break up the draft going down the front straightaway more than anything. But I think it was just the line, really taking the high arc into the corner and being able to let the car turn down to the middle bottom of the racetrack. And that seemed to be where the fast guys were running. I saw where Ryan was running and where Kevin was running. And earlier in the race, I was pretty quick, running down at the bottom the whole time, but I was burning up the tires a little bit there. So just changed the line a little bit and just tried to stay consistent. I think that's the biggest key to this sim racing deal, especially at a track like Michigan.
It's a ton of fun. Great to see. Congratulations on the win here, of course. Give the rest of your shout outs. Your time to shine, my man. Give you your shout outs.
Yeah, just want to say hi to my wife, Amanda, my mom, Barbara, watching at home. They watch every week religiously and support me doing this. We got 2 young kids at the house, and it's tough on her while I'm out here for a couple hours doing this every Wednesday night. But appreciate them, their support. I want to give a shout out to my dad. We lost him back in August, and he used to run this paint scheme, or not the paint scheme, but number 17. And that's why I picked this car to run. So it's good to get that number back in victory lane.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic, and please tell Amanda I wasn't trying to be snappy with her in the chat. She was trying to tell me to how to pronounce your name, and I just say it so fast that it kind of blends together. So it's that announcer thing in me. So, but it's good to see her in the chats, and of course our condolences over here from SETU. It's awesome to see. Not only is it a throwback league, but you get to have that throwback kind of feel from your family as well, from the family perspective. So. Great things, man. Great things.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Most people have trouble pronouncing my last name, so you're not the only one. But it is Bunnell. But yeah, my mom was a big Darrell Waltrip fan, especially the years he ran that paint scheme. So it's kind of a little tribute to her as well. So it works out pretty good. Once again, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And we'll see you next week.
Absolutely fantastic. Jesse, I appreciate you very much. And We're gonna have a ton of fun, and it's gonna be. Well, actually, I need to look and see where we're at next week because that's gonna be. We're gonna go from 2 big super speedway style racetracks to. I've got to pull it up, folks. I want to look at it here. Actually, we're at Auto Club, so we're gonna have some fast. No, yeah, we are. Yeah, we're at Auto Club. It's gonna be fast, man. We got fast tracks back to back to back to back to back. Awesome. All right. Let's talk to the rest of the guys. Jesse, congratulations once again, my man.
Yep. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely, Mr. I'll say it slower so that way we don't. It's that Mississippi announcer in me. I promise, Mr. Bunnell. And if I screw it up in the future, it's not on purpose. I promise you. I want to make sure that I do what I can to keep everybody rolling. Let's talk to our second place driver here. That's going to be Mr. Ryan Johnson. Let's pull him in. He had a great race. And there is the 36. Ryan, my man, you took a different strategy. You took that 2-tire strategy, and you almost had that Salem, Wisconsin Taz Motorsports DCD Bodycraft. I don't even know how to say the last word. You just rolled, man. You were fast early, and it seemed like you and Jesse were going to be the ones to kind of roll it there at the end as well. Walk us through this race because you had your work cut out for you, and you made it look easier than what I could do.
Well, I'm glad it looked easy because I don't know what it is about this track, but I always struggle here. Yeah, early on it seemed we were going to be riding behind Jesse and Kevin, and fortunately enough, those first couple green flag pit stops went pretty decent, and we were able to get out in front of Jesse a little bit. But I think he learned from his mistakes if he made any, and he got back by us there. And we just didn't see him as fast as him all night. He's a rocket tonight. Um, man, if it was a 2-lap shorter race, I think we had just the right strategy. But yeah, 2 tires kind of shot us in the foot there at the end. I didn't know exactly how long the tires would last, but just not long enough.
Yeah, that he was able to. Yeah, on the straightaways, you guys matched. You know, you were matching speed. You guys were matching pace on the straightaways. In the corner where you needed to be able to turn, and carry the speed. That's where he beat you on the fresh tires. That's what I saw at least. But Nate had you pick. Nate, you still there, buddy? Got to make sure you're still there.
I am.
Yeah, you talk to this guy because this was your pick, man, and he didn't disappoint.
He did not. You drove a heck of a race, man. Like I told Jason here earlier, you were just hanging out about 8/10 to a second behind him there, so you definitely had to do something to try to gamble a little bit. What was the decision that you decided I'm going to take 2 instead of taking 4? Maybe thinking you might still be able to run him down. What made you take 2 there?
Well, I realized through the race, I think we made our first pit stop on around like lap 23. So that was going to be pretty close to a fuel run. And well, we run reduced fuel in these cars. So it's only, I think it's like 9.4 gallons that we can fill up at one time. And well, you split it roughly. I think 1 can of gas is about approximately like 7 gallons. And if you take 1 can of fuel, you can take 2 tires at about the same amount of time, and it won't, slow your pit stop down at all. So coming in with right around 10 to go, I was like, well, I saw Jesse was going to be coming in at that lap. I really wish he would have waited a little longer because then my strategy would have worked a little better. But yeah, it was just pit timing. We were going to be able to take enough fuel to the end and try and half our pit stop and try and get that time back on track. But just not enough.
Yeah, you almost had him there. I thought maybe you'd be able to stick it out, but then the lap time started rattling off, and he was making up ground very quickly. I do have one more quick question for you. This is one question I like to ask people. what really motivates you and drives you to want to drive in iRacing?
That's a good question. Honestly, it started out as my buddy let me try it a couple times, and I just found it to be really fun. Um, One of the things he likes about it is that it kind of keeps us, I guess, alert in the off season. Like it keeps your reaction times and stuff. It keeps you going. You got something to do when you're not racing in real life. Um, Other than that, I just really love racing, and I have a lot of fun racing everybody that I do online. So that's what keeps me coming back. And fortunately, I'm kind of okay at it sometimes.
Hey, you look more than okay tonight, my man.
Yeah.
Congratulations on a P2 finish here, Ryan. Give the rest of your shout outs out there. It was great questions, great commentary, great race from the both of you. Just it's your time, brother.
Yeah, all the admins that put this on every week. You guys for broadcasting. Um, all the drivers that come out, all the fans tuning in, my family, friends, um, and any sponsors. I know real life sponsors, Taz Motorsports and DCD for a couple of my other league paints. And yeah.
It was a ton of fun, man. Ryan, we'll see you next week at Auto Club. You're going to have some more super speedway 1.5 tracks next week. You're basically working your way down a half mile at a time. I think that's what you guys are doing, but you're still going to go just as fast. So we'll definitely be seeing you. We'll definitely be seeing you next week, brother. I appreciate you very much.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
You too. Ryan
Congrats.
finishes in second there, and the guy who had a race of ages, the striker man himself, Michael Strickland.
What's going on, fellas?
Man, you were there. You were there. You had a good strategy. You found yourself, I think it was fifth when it came to that last pit stop, and you were able to make 2 more passes, and you were starting to really find your pace. I mean, what is it, 6.5 seconds back, but you were 8 seconds back at the last pit stop, trying to make that ground up, and you had a hell of a drive, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I was definitely wheeling the car today. The guys up front, 17 and the 36, made the right pit call. They stayed out a little bit longer than me. I ended up getting around some other guys and burning up my tires right before that, and kind of forced my hand. I had to short pit. Once I went in there, I came out and I made the time back, but obviously when the 17 and 36 came out with fresher tires, they just pulled away.
Well, pulling away or not, they I tell you what, you seem like you were taking that 8 everywhere. I mean, you were able to move around the traffic pretty easily, but there were some times where from 4th to 8th, when you were all in that big bunch, it seemed like that is where the congestion was, and that was where you guys had to do the most work.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. Sometimes I'm not. Generally, what I'll try to do is just back it up a little bit early and try to save tires for the end of the run. And you start getting into the pack, and some of these other drivers are running a little bit harder early in the run. So you just got to wait till they burn their stuff up and slowly but surely get around them. And that's pretty much the strategy. That's what I intended on doing, and luckily for us, we ended up at the top 3 this week.
Well, you had a top 3 this week, but I want to ask, because I didn't ask the other guys. Did you have a strategy going into Auto Club? Because Auto Club is it's another fast driving track that's a super speedway style. I mean, it may be a 1.5-mile track, but I mean, you're going to run 190, 194 on the straightaways at Auto Club. What do you think? What do you think it's going to take for these cars to be able to hold that speed and hold that line? Like you would see here in Michigan.
Ideally, clean air. I mean, everybody wants that clean air, and that's the key. Stay out front, keep it clean, run it hard, take care of your tires. That's generally the strategy. But if you get caught in the middle of the pack, just be patient. hold your line, stand the draft, save your stuff, be there at the end.
Mike, congratulations on a P3 finish here. My man, give your shout-outs out there. It is your time, brother.
Appreciate it. Just want to shout out my wife, Karina, my 2 daughters, Peyton and Aubrey, and one of my sponsors, the Arab Cheek, Ricky Escobedo. Thanks for the camels and the tire, son.
Here it is. All right. That is Mike, the striker himself. That is awesome, brother. I appreciate you. And anything you guys, if you guys have links and stuff like that, send that stuff over to me so that way I can share some of these things that people are, like sponsors and stuff like that. So that way I can share that stuff in the chat with everybody too, so you can see everybody. It's gonna be a ton of fun,
buddy.
All right, my man.
Appreciate it.
No problem. That is the number 8 driving the throwback paint scheme to our good friend over in the iRacing headquarters, Mr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Good fun, good run, and a great drive there at the end. Nate, thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate you very much. Jumping in the broadcast booths, kind of getting a tail and a look at, from my perspective on how things are done. What'd you think of the race? Because the 17 was on fire.
I really thought the 36 would pull it out. I guess I just got a little too biased after I picked him, but the pit strategy was a gamble. It almost worked. He needed 2 less laps than what was left. Overall, great race. Michigan's a ton of fun to watch. I love Michigan.
Michigan is a great race. The 17 is going to be your race winner here today, folks. Nate, you'll be able to find him on Gym City Racing Network, and back with me every once in a while here to get that familiarity. You might be able to see Zerk with me every once in a while as well. But Jesse Bunnell is going to be your race winner here, as I'm gonna force myself to say it correctly, because it's awesome. Thank you to all the new chats. Thank you to all the new followers. We had some new followers out there on Facebook as well. Pro Rev Esports followed us out there. Connor Hazel following us out there as well. Charles giving us a like. Rich gave us a like. Roger gave us a like out there. Kelly, thank you very much. New followers, Texas Sim Racing, Scruffy Goat, Gym City, of course, gave us a sub yesterday. Thank you very much for that as well. Arrow77 out there as well. Misery TV, thank you very much. Thank you to all the hydrates. Thank you to all the people out there. We're going to make sure that we host, we're going to raid a channel. We're going to raid Kelva, because that is just what we're going to do. And much love and appreciation, everybody. If I don't see you, of course, I want to make sure that we tell you that we've got a new series starting on Friday. The Outlaw Asphalt Racing Series is going to be on Friday night, and then we have the BNR Cup Series on Saturday. Tune into Gym City Racing Network for the BNR Xfinity Series, and then we'll be back again Sunday. We're getting a lot of racing coming up. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to be 8 races over 7 days every single week, starting February 10th. And then we have gaming throughout the day that we're going to be able to have as well. So much love and appreciation. Thank you to everybody out there. Thank you to AMR PaintWorks as well for being the sponsor here for the Michigan 200. Make sure that you check the link in the chat for all of that. Make sure that you also go to thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code THROWBACK for that 25% off. And remember, part of that proceeds comes right back to the league to help them and take care of things. Thank you to MCI, which is Michael Coulter Jr.'s paints as well. Make sure you check him out on Trading Paints, just like AMR, which is that right there, AMR, but we say AMR PaintWorks on Trading Paints. There's a link in the chats in there. And, of course, to the team Monte Carlo. Folks, I always say it at the end of every broadcast because I love each and every one of you. Make sure you go and you hug somebody. And always, always have a good afternoon, good evening, and a good morning.